Hello, boys and girls, J. Wallace James families, and everyone else who's watching. This is another week of Principal Read-Alouds. I'm Dr. Downs, your principal here at J. Wallace James. Hope you're having a wonderful week, and this is actually a little bit early week. We're going to send this out on a Wednesday instead of Thursday because Thursday and Friday, kids do not have school. Parents, we have parent-teacher conferences tomorrow on Thursday from 11 to 7. We hope you can join us. All right, boys and girls, so it is kind of the time around Halloween. Some of you will probably be trick-or-treating this weekend. If not this weekend, then definitely next week. So we're going to read Pumpkin Day. That is what the book this week is called, Pumpkin Day. And you can get this at the library. The reading level is 2.7. AR quiz number is 63965. 63965. Pumpkin Day, and we have some recipes in here for some different types of meals or treats you can make with pumpkins. It's really neat. All right, Daddy, it's Pumpkin Day, said Trudy one October morning. The day we have pumpkin pancakes for breakfast, he asked. Yes, said Trudy. The day we go pick out pumpkins and buy pumpkin pie? Yes, Daddy, shouted Trudy and Jack together. Well, hooray for Pumpkin Day, declared Dad. And pass the pumpkin pancakes, please. I love pumpkin pancakes. After breakfast, they walked to Pumpkin Hollow Farm. The yellow and orange leaves glowed against the clear blue sky. The fallen leaves made a crunch, crunch, crunch sound under their feet. Good morning, said Mrs. Bell. There are lots of pumpkins in the pumpkin patch. We have miniatures, pumpkins for cooking and eating, pumpkins for carving, and one that is very special. I'm sure you'll find it. Trudy, what do the signs say? Asked Jack. Trudy read the signs. Welcome to Pumpkin Hollow Farm. It took between 90 and 120 days to grow these pumpkins. Please don't sit or climb on them. Please don't pick up the pumpkins by the stems. Thank you, Mrs. Bell. Joke, what does a pumpkin sow? A pumpkin patch. Interesting. Get it? When you sow something, you're patching something. Pretty funny. In the fields behind the farm stand, there were small pumpkins and tall pumpkins, round pumpkins and skinny pumpkins, big pumpkins and bumpy pumpkins. Pumpkins and blueberries are both either kinds of birds, kinds of fish, or kinds of berries. They're kinds of berries. Did you know the pumpkins are kinds of berries? I didn't know that. I learned that here. If Peter Piper picked a peck of perfect peewee pumpkins, how many perfect peewee pumpkins did Peter Piper pick? Say that 5 times. I like this wrinkly one, said Trudy. Jack patted the pumpkins. They made the thump sound. I want this one, he said. Trudy, do pumpkins grow on trees? No, Jack, they grow in vines, she answered. That's right, Mrs. Bell, said Mrs. Bell. We plant the seeds in the spring after the last frost. They sprout, then grow into vines. The vines grow really long as a house with lots of big leaves. A pumpkin fell into a pool. Did it sink or float? It floated. Sugar pumpkins are for cooking and eating. Pumpkins are a healthy food. They provide vitamins A, B1, B2, and niacin, calcium, and iron too. We're learning a lot about pumpkins. A lot of the stuff I didn't know about pumpkins, boys and girls. At this time of the year, the vines are shriveling up. But look, here's a female pumpkin flower. A pumpkin grows from the swelling at the base of the flower. It's green and small, said Trudy. How do pumpkins grow so big? And why are they orange? Said Jack. Mrs. Bell took some pictures from her pocket. Well, with the leaves making food, and the roots growing in the good, rich soil, and with the right amount of sun, and water, and fertilizer, and weeding, and bug control, the pumpkins will grow from late summer to harvest time. Night and day, they grow bigger. And bigger, and bigger, Trudy and Jack join in. The word pumpkin comes from the Latin word Pipo. Pipo, they both giggled. Mrs. Bell laughed too. Yes, Pipo, it means ripened by the sun. As the pumpkin ripens, what happens to the color? It changes, exclaimed Trudy. So boys and girls, you can see the pumpkin starts off green, then we go to yellow, a lighter orange, and then that dark fall orange. Wow, that's a big pumpkin right there. Look, Trudy, this is the one I want, yelled Jack. Wow, Trudy shouted. It's a Maxima variety, said Mrs. Bell. Maximus can gain as much as 5 pounds a day. I wish it were the kind for making pies. I would sure make a lot of them, said Dad. Yum. Who's going to carry the giant pumpkin home, Mom asked. Maximus are the largest fruit in the plant kingdom. Joke. What is a pumpkin's favorite sport? Squash. As a memory, say pumpkin pie, please. Pumpkin pie, please. They picked out their pumpkins and followed Mrs. Bell back to the farm stand. What do the signs say, Trudy? Asked Jack. Trudy read, the signs are saying things about the parts of the pumpkin. We have the stem, the shell, the flesh, the pulp, and the seeds, which is inside. Another joke here. This book's got a lot of jokes. What did the pumpkin say after Thanksgiving? Good pie. Mom, look at the baby pumpkins, said Trudy. Those are baby boos, said Mom. They are full grown, just a miniature variety. We can buy a few for decorating, and some pumpkin bread mix and pumpkin treats for supper. As soon as they got home, Trudy and Jack practiced drawing pumpkin faces on paper. Then they drew faces on their pumpkins. I want my pumpkin to have ears, said Trudy, and to be really scary. They rolled up their sleeves and scooped. It's all stringy and gooey, said Trudy. Look, Trudy, seeds. We can dry some and save some in a jar and plant them next spring, she said. They scraped the insides clean with their big spoons. Trudy used an apple core to carve out a nose. Mom and Dad carved out the pumpkin faces. Jack, our pumpkins are turning into jack-o'-lanterns, said Trudy. In olden times, they hollowed out potatoes and turnips and beets for lanterns. They cut out a little window and put a burning coal inside for light. They called those early jack-o'-lanterns bogies, said Dad. Bogies? They all giggled. Mom and Dad and Trudy and Jack made a special Pumpkin Day supper. And boys and girls, if you check this book out in the library, you'll see some recipes here that they used to make that supper. They ate pumpkin muffins, toasted pumpkin seeds, sprinkled on salad, and for dessert, pumpkin pie. Trudy looked over at the pumpkins. Finally, it was dark outside. Mom, she whispered, it's time. Jack turned out the lights. Ooh, boo! All right, boys and girls, that is our book this week. It's called Pumpkin Day once again. We hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Remember, no school tomorrow or Friday. Also, next week, we have our literary pumpkin contest. Please participate in that and come to the library. We'd love to see you. Thank you so much. Have a great day. And don't forget to be awesome today and every day.